Hi everyone, welcome back. Today I am going to be reacting to some of the debates clips between Blake Masters and Senator Mark Kelly. So I am, I'm a homeowner in the state of Arizona, so I definitely pay attention to the politics that come out of there. And I've always wanted to live in Arizona, in particular Phoenix, Scottsdale. It's one of my favorite places to go. With a lot of the immigration coming through, all the illegals coming through, that is not immigration. With all the illegals coming through, I do have concerns and safety about my safety, about my property safety, and just the safety of all Arizonans. So this debate is something that I have to pay attention to when it comes to current events, because definitely whoever gets elected will affect me and the people of Arizona. So without further ado, let's go ahead and look at some of these clips where, you know, my Blake gotcha.
People of Arizona know that those 87,000 IRS agents that you're sicking on them, they're not just going after billionaires. They're not just going after big business. They're going to be auditing you. They're going to be auditing your small businesses this time next year. Senator Kelly voted for 87,000 new IRS agents in the Inflation Reduction Act. But to do that, first he had to reject, there was an amendment. He rejected hiring 18,000 more Border Patrol agents. Mark Kelly said no to 18,000.
No. So you mean to tell me, Kelly, you are more concerned about taking tax dollars stealing it pretty much from taxpayers, instead of being concerned about the illegals that are coming over and maybe hurting your constituents? Right there, that's an automatic fuck you from me.
More Border Patrol agents. But yes, to 87,000 new IRS agents. That shows you what his priorities are. Mark Kelly left our southern border wide open, voted for all the trillions in spending that caused this massive inflation, and he thinks the fix is 87,000 new IRS agents. Something tells me that's not going to work out.
I want to get Mark.
I've been focused on the border since day one on this job.
That's a lie. That's a lie. Before I decided to take a contracting job in St. Louis, that's a lie. I can tell you for a fact, even in Tucson, I'm glad my home was out there to the point where you can't even get out there with a bus. You have to have a vehicle to get out where I need to, where I live. However, if you go into town, I definitely saw illegals. I definitely saw them asking for money and all this other stuff. You were not concerned about the border, because if you were concerned about the border, you would have definitely told the governor to force him, or at least talk in his ear, to ask him to declare an invasion, but you didn't. You are a yes man. You look at the way you just stand, bro. You have no ounce of courage. You let people walk all over you. Even the way that you just talk and pronunciate your things, it's how you project yourself out in this debate. You look like a bitch. So I know you were yes man to every policy that came across your table that the Democrat Party wanted to enact. You never once, in my opinion, with everything that has happened, if anything, it was Kristen Sinema. Kristen Sinema had more balls than you. While you were over here saying yes to to all this spending and all this other stuff, Kristen Sinema said no. So I do not think you had the best interest of Arizonans at the forefront of your mind. Come on, bruh. Come on. You had a chick stand up and have more balls than you. So you were just a yes man all the way, and it's fucking sickening.
I'm down there all the time. I was on the phone this week with Mayor Nichols of Yuma, Sheriff Daniels of Cochise County, talking about what more we need for Border Patrol and immigration.
That, my friend.
No, you were down there talking about what more you need to make these illegals coming over the transition a lot more smoothly. That's what you were probably down there talking about. You definitely were not down there talking about securing our borders, because if you did, you would have said something. You did not react to us having this influx of illegals like Governor Abbott or DeSantis. No, you did not. I didn't hear not one fucking peep from you. fucking turtle head. I don't even look like the thing from fucking Fantastic
It's called evasion.
We're working to raise Border Patrol pay by 18%. I've got legislation to do that. I've been focused on the border since day one.
Pay?
Okay.
I don't give a shit about their pay. I give a shit whether or not we can stop illegals from coming through. Because you're supposed to be looking out for your constituents. And having them overrun and having our tax dollars be used for these individuals, that's not looking out for your constituents. Those tax dollars should be going back to our schools. Those tax dollars should be going back to our communities. They should not be used as funding for illegals. So don't sit here and tell me that you're doing this because you care about Americans, that you're doing everything that you can for your fellow constituents here in Arizona. It's a bull-faced lie, and you know it.
You know, with no great effect because we have a wide open southern border. So if that's the best you can do, I respectfully request you resign and let's get someone in the seat who will actually secure our border. You or did you not vote to reject 18,000 more Border Patrol agents in the Inflation Reduction Act passage?
Senator.
You know,
there it is right there.
There are votes that happen in D.C. that have nothing to do with Border Patrol agents, and it might have the title on it, and nothing happens.
You never have to wonder which way Senator Kelly's...
That's not your concern. You didn't even answer the question this man asked you. What did you do when it came to our border? You did nothing. That's what it seems like to me that you're trying to convey, but you just won't say it because that will make you look like a fucking idiot. And then people will say, oh, hell no, let's get this man out the fucking office. He ain't doing nothing to help us. He's doing everything to help everybody else who is not American, who are not Arizonans. That's what he's doing. And getting paid to with our tax dollars.
Going to vote because any spending bill that Biden puts in front of him, he will sign. So yeah, we got the Inflation Reduction Act, and Mark Kelly was the deciding vote. He hired 87,000 new IRS agents. Mark Kelly voted to send stimulus checks to illegal aliens. He voted to send stimulus checks to, get this, violent felons sitting in jail. Is that a good use of taxpayer money? I don't think so. Think about that the next time you go to the grocery store and you can't afford to buy steak or eggs. Let's be clear, the greatest threat to seniors' retirement today is the massive, crushing inflation that Joe Biden and Mark Kelly caused. And it's their fault. They caused it. 2 years ago, inflation was 1.5%. Now, in the greater Phoenix metro area, we are suffering from literally the worst inflation in the nation at 13%.
And you know the craziest thing is he knows he can't refute this. He knows good and well he cannot refute this. How can you explain this? You cannot say this is all because of Putin's war when this was happening before the war even started. You signed on to this and you sit here and claim that, oh, I'm doing whatever I need to do to lower medication for seniors. You didn't have to do that if we weren't in this. If you didn't put us in this position to begin with in the first place, or put them in this position to begin with in the first place. You made everything expensive, including their medication. And now you wouldn't say, oh, I should keep my job because now I'm working to make sure that they have lower prescriptions when you were the one who caused it. Give us a break. Just resign already. You have no idea what you're doing as a senator, and you should frankly just, I don't know, just crawl somewhere and just retire already, okay?
Joe Biden's policies caused this, and those are policies that Mark Kelly in Washington has supported every single time. I'm pro-life, and that means I believe in limits. Now, I support exceptions because I don't believe in being extreme on this issue. Senator Mark Kelly is the abortion radical. Senator Kelly in Washington, he voted, actually he sponsored, he didn't just vote for it, he sponsored a bill that would have mandated legal abortion nationwide, get this, up until the moment of birth. Take a second to think about how truly radical that is. Mark Kelly says any abortion is okay for any reason, all the way up until the moment a baby is due to be born. He wasn't the only radical who voted for that bill. He was joined by Elizabeth Warren, by Bernie Sanders. AOC voted for this in the House. And the only countries in the whole world that support Senator Kelly's preferred no limits, extreme abortion policy are China and North Korea.
He wants fewer people to vote. I mean, that's the bottom line.
Do you want to take away vote by mail?
No.
And
look how he answers the question. We can't even, Mark Kelly can't even do that. He can't even give a simple yes or no question. Yo, he can't even answer a simple yes or no question. My man here, Blake it's really hard to find politicians when put on the spot like that to answer the question directly without giving you a run around of what it is that they're trying to do and all this, or what they're not doing, but yet by them running around, it's confirming exactly what we already asked them. You are doing it. You're just trying to put it in words. You're just trying to put it in words to just confuse us to say that you're not. But thanks for tuning in to this. You know, that's just my spiel on this guy. He's a rat. He looks like a rat. He's a yes man. I fucking hate yes men. They have no backbone. You can tell he probably wants to be a career Democrat politician. That's why he's towing the line and signing everything that comes his way. He's not one of those who turns against the tide when it comes to passing policies that he could be detrimental to his constituents. He goes right along with it, and therefore, in my opinion, he is bad for Arizonans. And he's bad for me, and he's bad for my fucking property. So I'm like, fuck you. Yes, fuck you, Mark Kelly. And, you know, I voted for you too. I voted for you because the only people that were left up there were Cinema and you. The only reason why I voted for you is because you went up to the goddamn space. No. And you had you had nothing out there to begin with. So I was literally rolling my dice on you. I didn't like Kristen Sinema when it came to certain views, so that's the reason why I didn't vote for her. But you, I thought maybe. You had no record, so I'll give you a chance. Oh boy, was I wrong. I was better off putting my luck with Kristen Sinema. Like I said, at least she had balls where you do not.